Welcome back, language enthusiasts. Building on our last session, let's delve deeper into the beauty of language and culture together. So, in the last session, we were talking about some initials and finals. Okay, so we already know that initials are like consonants of the English language, and vowels are like, and finals are like vowels of the English language. Okay, and we have dealt with 7 initials. Okay, what were they? ZH, CH, SH, R, Z, CS. Okay, we saw the rules how to pronounce these initials. Okay, and you have to take care of the different rules. Okay, if you want to pronounce them correctly. Okay, if you don't follow the rules, it will be incorrect way of saying the finals, the initials. Okay, now let's come to the finals. Okay, the finals which we are going to learn here are O, Yo, An, Yan, Wan, Yuan, An, In, Wen, Yun, Ang, Yang, Wang, Ang, Ing, Oing, Ong, Yong. Okay, so I had already told you in previous sessions that how to pronounce A, O, E, I and U with a double dot. Okay, but once again let's revise that. Okay, to start with A, okay, then going on to O, E, I, U and U with a double dot. Okay, now why did I write A the largest and U with a double dot the smallest? Okay, the reason is that when you are pronouncing A, your mouth should be the most wide open. Okay, just like after that O, in the case of O, your mouth should be a little bit smaller. In the case of then I, in the case of then E, your mouth should be a bit smaller than in the case of O. So it is in a descending order. The size of your mouth when you are speaking it, when you are speaking the final, should be in the descending order. Okay, so in the case of U with a double dot, your mouth should be the smallest. Okay, so now let repeat after me. A, O, E, 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 E. Okay, so you must have observed that my mouth was the smallest in the case of U with a double dot, and my mouth was the you can say the largest in the case of A. Okay, that's why I wrote A in the largest size. Okay, and one difference more, U and U with a double dot, the only difference is that in both cases your mouth should be round. Okay, E, but in the case of U with a double dot, your mouth should be a bit smaller in the case of than that in the case of U. Okay, what did I say? In both cases, U and U with a double dot, your mouth should be round, but in the case of U with a double dot, the size of your mouth should be smaller. Okay, so if you want to say U and then U with a double dot, E, 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 E. Okay, so this is the order. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are 6 finals. Okay, and the other finals we are going to learn here are, so repeat after me. Okay, O, Yo, An, Yan, Wan, Yuan. Once again, this row, An, Yan, Wan, Yuan. An, In, Wen, Yun. Ang, Yang, Wang, Ang, Ing, Oing, Ong, Yong. Okay, so this is the way you have to pronounce these finals. Okay, So you have to take caution in U and U with a double dot. Okay, especially in this case, UAN and U double dot AN. Okay, in these two cases, you have to be cautious. Okay, so repeat after me. UEN, this row. When, yun, when, yun. Okay, once again, when, yun. Okay, so in the case of U and U with a double dot, your mouth should be round, and in the case of U with a double dot, the size of your mouth should be a bit smaller. Now, so we have seen some initials and finals. Okay, in our next sessions, we will learn more initials and finals. Okay, so these are very important parts of phonetics. Okay, Chinese phonetics, initials and phonetics, finals are very important. Okay, because they make up a syllable. Okay, we have learnt already. Okay, now there are some pictures and you have to pronounce them. Okay, so you already know the tones. What are the tone rules? Okay, you just have to implement in these cases. Okay, and you also know how to pronounce the various initials and finals. Okay, like ZH, CH, SH, etc, etc. So now repeat after me. So S is relatively easy, just like the English in Chinese, just like the S in English. Okay, San, Shan, Chung, Yang, Yang. Okay, it's a second tone. Your voice should be rising. Yang, Ling, Ling, Cai, Cai. Now note one thing. When I had told you about C, I had also told you that your voice should be aspirated. Okay, so in the case of C, you should have to make care. You should have to ensure that air is coming out of your mouth. Now repeat after me. Cai, Cai. Okay. Now shou, shou. Okay. Third tone. What do we do in the third tone? Falling, then rising. Xiong, xiong. Okay, it's a second tone. Your voice should be rising. Yin, yin. Xing, xing. Okay, first tone, mark it. Yuan, yuan. Run, run. Chuan, chuan. Chuang, chuang. Chur, chur. Okay, I had said in the case of CH, what should you ensure? You should ensure that vocal cords are vibrating. Okay, chur, chur, like that. Okay, r, r. Okay. Now, by the way, what does r means? It means hot or warm. Okay, that's why this person is standing in front of a fan. Okay. So these were some monosyllabic words which we dealt with. Now there are some disyllabic words. Okay, now what does it mean by disyllabic and monosyllabic? Okay, in the case of disyllabic, there are two syllables, just like here, ping xiang. Once again, I had already told you, you already know that B is like P. Okay, so ping xiang, ping xiang. Okay, in both the cases, what is the tone? First tone. So what do we do in the first tone? Drag a while. Okay, ping xiang, ji tan, ji tan. Okay, two syllables here, ji and tan. Ci ji, ci ji, ci ji. Zu qiu, zu qiu. Ji chang, ji chang. Pa shan, pa shan. Shou biao, shou biao. Xiong mao, xiong mao. So these were some disyllabic words. Okay, And the pictures are as follows. The first one is Ping Xiang, means refrigerator. Ji Tan, what does it mean? It means egg. Su Ji, it means driver or chauffeur. Zu Qiu, football. Okay. Ji Chang, it means airport. Pa Shan, Pa Shan, what does it mean? Pa Shan, what does it mean? To climb a mountain. Okay. Shao Piao, Shao Piao, it means wristwatch. Okay. Xiong Mao, Xiong Mao, it means panda. Okay. Panda, by the way, panda is a very famous animal of China. Okay. Actually, it is native to China, you can say. Okay. So that's why we have seen 8 images and their respective Chinese characters and pinyins. Okay. Now let's get to the neutral tone. Now what is a neutral tone? So we have already learned that there are 4 tones in Chinese. Okay, first tone, second tone, third tone, fourth tone. Okay, and we also learned the different rules to pronounce these 4 tones. Okay, so you should revise them again and again. Okay, only then you can have mastery on the 4 tones. But there is a 5th tone in Chinese. Okay, which is the neutral tone. Okay. So what is the rule saying? Apart from the 4 tones mentioned previously, there is another tone in Chinese which is short and light, known as the neutral tone. For example, okay, so what do we do in the neutral tone? There is not any special rule in neutral tone. Okay, you just have to pronounce it. Okay, so let's take an example to make it more clear. Okay, the first one is mama, mama. Now here in this case there are 2 syllables here. Okay, the first one MA with a first tone, the second one MA, there are no tones here. Okay, you already know that tone mark is placed above the vowel. In this case, what is the vowel? A, but in the second syllable there is no tone mark above A. When there is no tone mark above A, it is the neutral tone. Okay, so you just have to say it. Okay, there is no special rule in neutral tone. Okay, so what do we do in the first tone? Drag a while. So that's why when we spoke the first syllable MA with a first tone, we dragged a while, but in the second case we just spoke it. Okay, we didn't, neither our voice was rising, neither was it falling. Okay, just we spoke it. Okay, so once again, mama, mama. Okay, so you must have noticed the difference between the 2 syllables. Okay, now let's take another example. Ye ye, ye ye. Okay, in the first case, in the first syllable, what is the tone? Yes, second tone. And what do we do in the second tone? Our voice is rising. Okay, and in the second syllable, there, what is the tone mark above E? The tone mark above E, there is no tone mark. Okay, so when there is no tone mark, it is the neutral tone. And what do we do in the neutral tone? We just speak it. Okay, so ye ye, ye ye. Okay, notice the difference. Okay, in the first syllable, our voice was rising. Ye. In the second syllable, our voice was neither falling nor rising. Ye ye, ye ye. Okay, the third syllable, the third example. Nai nai, nai nai. Okay, so what is the first syllable? NAI with a third tone. And what is the second syllable? NAI with a no tone. Okay, so when there is no tone mark, it is the neutral tone. Now, how to pronounce it? Nai nai, nai nai. So it is clear? Now, papa, papa. Okay, So in the first tone, in the first syllable, there is the fourth tone, and in the second syllable, it is the neutral tone. So papa, papa. Okay. So neutral tone is relatively easy. Okay. You just have to speak it. You just have to say it. No falling or rising of the voice. Okay. So there are 5 tones. So a syllable consists of an initial, final, and the 5 tones. Okay. The more you practice these initials, finals, and tones, the more your phonetics of Chinese will become better. Okay. So before coming to the next example, I have already let's recap a while. Okay, we learned about the 7 initials. Okay, we learned the different rules of the initials. Okay, how to pronounce ZH, CH, SH, R. Okay, Z, C, S. Note the rules. Okay, when you are not following the rules, okay, just like in the case of C, what do? Our voice is aspirated. Hi. So if air is not coming, then you are not speaking the right way. Okay, so you must know the right way to speak as well. Okay, because when you go to China, okay, and if you don't speak the right way, people will not find it good. Okay, so that's why you should know the rules and follow them. Now read the syllables aloud and pay attention to the neutral tone. Okay, so almost in all the cases, the neutral tone is in the second syllable. Note here. Okay, just take an example of Shi Huan. Okay, in the first syllable, what is the first syllable? XI. And what is the second syllable? HUAN. So in the first syllable, what is the vowel? X or I? Of course I. And the tone mark is placed above I, because tone marks are placed above vowels. So therefore it's the third tone. But in the second syllable, there is no tone mark above A. Okay, so that's why it's the neutral tone. So in these examples, all the neutral tones are in the second syllable. Okay, so now read after me. 桌子，桌子，房子，椅子，柜子，他们，人们，人们，我们，弟弟，衣服，衣服。儿子，喜欢，喜欢，认识，先生，朋友，朋友，晚上，漂亮，漂亮。Okay, so we saw many examples. Okay, and we saw that in the neutral tone there is no tone mark placed above the vowel. Okay, so the 4 tones and the fifth neutral tone is clear to you. Okay, so by regular practice of the various tones and initials and finals, your phonetics will become better and better. Okay, as we reflect, focus on the progress made today. Next session we will unravel even more linguistic wonders. Keep practicing, and until then, happy learning. Bye bye.